In this movie, we're going to take a look at professional assignment, which is really number 4 on the item list, section 4 or D. And what we're looking at is the professional assignment and adding things to that and how this would look. If you notice here, the first thing that happens while you're in the edit mode is you actually get to see the manual and some of the directions and suggestions that are made. In that first part, right after you get there, you can actually see where it says course title, and these are some descriptions of innovations in course learning. So, you can take a look and see what kind of things you want to do in there. When you're ready to add something, as you can see, there's some different ways you can add it. What you'll notice here is in my manual, I've already got some things added. I've got student work display, I've got video course resources, and this is for innovation in teaching items, teaching and learning. So I'm going to go ahead and click on add an item or go to the section where I can add item. You'll notice here that once I go in that section, it says add teaching professional assignment item, and I can go ahead and look at that, and you'll see I already have some that I added. Course videos, online hybrid course supplement, design, special courses, online sections, and ARTD 140 student work display. And there's some other things I could add, for instance. So if I wanted to add another item, I could come in here and go add teaching professional assignment, and it's going to be ARTD 173 student. There's a little bit more to it, but once I get that, I can come in here, activity start date, and for instance here I'm going to put fall 2014 because that's when it started, and it's going to be just fall 2014. There we go. APS reference. If you really want to put a reference number to the APS and keep track to where it is in your APS guidelines, and there actually are reference numbers, and these are optional, you can put them in. The link target is what I want to link this to, and what I have here is I have a letter that I want to put up into in my Dropbox. So what I can do now is if I want to do that, I can go over to my Dropbox, and I'm going to go in here to teaching and professional assignment, and I'm going to go ahead and drop this letter in here, and you'll see it's going to show up here. There it is. And then I can select that item, and then I can share the link. And when I do that, you'll see I have that link here for that item. I can go ahead and hit copy, and now I can go back to my item. I can paste this in here. As you can see, it's there. And if I wanted to put a ranking in here, make it go to the top, number 1 is at the top, 2, etc., I can actually put rankings in here. They don't show up on the external piece, but at least they show up here, so I know what order they're going to show up in. This will show up at the very end. I hit submit, and you'll see here that I've got rank 1, rank 2, and when I didn't rank it, it just comes down here at the end, and you can see my Dropbox link directly to that item, and if I click it, it goes to the Dropbox and shows the letter. Build each one of my items using Dropbox as I was showing you earlier. So once I'm finished with this and I'm done adding items, I can go back to my edit manual, and you will actually see when I get down here to this section where I get down to innovation, teaching, and learning, you'll notice that student work display, ARTD 173, these items now show up here. So as I go on to each section, the next one below that would work exactly the same. And I can do this for each one of my sections as I go. So I'm going to just go through them one at a time, make sure I get each of the items in, and then I'd probably go back and put the link in after I could see how everything looks in here. Now, the other part to this is you want you to notice is sometimes I have some links that are directly in these sections that are in the content rather than just in the link section. The way that works is if I go back over here and go into innovation and teaching learning items, the way I did that was almost the same, except I'll go into the online hybrid course. You'll notice that in the text section, I want to open this up a little bit so you can see I actually created my own links using the ahref equals, and then in quotation marks I put the web address, and then I did a target equals new so that it opens into a new window, and then I closed that link, gave that link a name, and it says sample assignment submission, and then I closed the actual link. The end result to this would be, I go back so you can see the end result of this is sample assignment submission. So that's all you see. So I can add them using simple HTML tags. So basically, that's how each one of these sections works in complete as we go through the professional assignment, college and community service. I just scroll. So the last part is section 6, which is scholarship and professional growth. The final section is other performance factors. And this was actually added as a place that when you're building, you can kind of say to yourself, like, I've got these activities that I do. I think they're pretty important, but I'm not really sure where they go. I'll leave this up to the committee to make some movements to say, oh, I need more stuff in this area or that area. And then these can be moved into those other areas by recommendation and by consultation with the faculty member and the committee member that is reviewing the promotion materials. Okay, so one of the other things that you want to make sure you keep in mind in every section that you work on, whether it's teaching and professional assignment, or community service, or scholarship and professional growth, and you will actually have, sometimes you will have things that will be heavy in some areas but not others, but each section is looked at as a total package. We'll get into the next section, which will actually be getting to print this item and printing as an e-binder with links, and that'll be next. Thank you.